My precious child, there is a message hidden within this moment, and if you are hearing these words right now, it is not by accident. Don't skip. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is a truth that has been quietly unfolding behind the scenes, a truth that many never notice until it is standing directly in front of them. Your soulmate cares about you far more than you realize. Their thoughts have traveled toward you during moments when you were not even aware. Their heart has carried questions about you, hopes about you, and dreams connected to you. Yet despite all of this, there are hurdles standing in the way, barriers that neither of you fully expected. These obstacles are not signs that the connection is gone. They are signs that the story is still being written. Right now, you may be wondering why things have felt delayed. Why certain answers have not arrived. Why certain conversations seem unfinished. Why certain feelings remain suspended in the air without clear direction. The reason is deeper than appearances suggest. Your soulmate is standing at a crossroads. They care, but there are circumstances around them that have made every step feel heavier than it should. They have carried responsibilities that others do not see. They have faced doubts they rarely speak about. They have wrestled with questions they cannot easily answer. And because of this, progress has felt slower than either heart would prefer. But listen carefully. Don't skip. What happens next in this story is important. There have been moments when your soulmate wanted to move closer, moments when they imagined what life could look like if every obstacle suddenly disappeared. They pictured conversations that lasted for hours. They pictured laughter replacing uncertainty. They pictured a future that felt calm, secure, and filled with understanding. Yet every time they tried to take a step forward, something seemed to interrupt the process. Sometimes it was timing. Sometimes it was fear. Sometimes it was circumstances beyond their control. Yet through all of it, the feeling itself never disappeared. There is something remarkable about connections that are genuine. They survive seasons of silence. They survive confusion. They survive delays. While others expect such connections to fade, genuine feelings often grow stronger in the quiet. They become impossible to ignore. They begin showing up in unexpected thoughts, unexpected memories, and unexpected moments of reflection. This is exactly where your soulmate finds themselves now. The more they try to understand what they feel, the more they realize those feelings continue pointing back toward you. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason you were guided here today. There is a reason these words are reaching you at this specific moment. The situation around your soulmate is changing. Slowly, quietly, and almost invisibly, pieces are beginning to move. Obstacles that once appeared permanent are not as solid as they seemed. Doors that looked closed are beginning to shift. Answers that once felt distant are drawing closer. The process may not be dramatic from the outside, but beneath the surface, important changes are taking place. Your soulmate has been learning lessons they could not avoid. Lessons about trust. Lessons about patience. Lessons about what truly matters. Sometimes life places hurdles in front of people not to stop them, but to prepare them. Every challenge has forced them to examine their priorities. Every delay has revealed what they genuinely value. Every moment of uncertainty has clarified what they do not want to lose. And through this process, your place within their thoughts has become more significant than before. Don't skip. There is another layer to this message. Your soulmate has noticed qualities within you that continue to stand out. It is not only your presence they think about. It is your resilience. It is your ability to keep moving even when answers are unclear. It is the way you continue showing strength during moments when others might have given up. These qualities have left a lasting impression. They see more than you realize. They notice more than you know. Even when distance, circumstances, or confusion create temporary barriers, those observations remain. There have been nights when your soulmate reflected on missed opportunities. Moments they wish they had handled differently. Words they wish they had spoken more clearly. Chances they wish they had taken. These reflections are not meant to create regret. They are creating awareness. Awareness often arrives before transformation. And transformation is closer than it appears. Something is shifting. Not all at once. Not in a way that creates instant answers. But enough to change the direction of the story. The hurdles have not vanished yet, but they are losing power. The obstacles are no longer growing stronger. Instead, they are becoming easier to understand, easier to navigate, and easier to overcome. This is why you must not lose hope during this chapter. Some of the most important developments happen when it looks like nothing is happening at all. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A revelation is approaching. A realization is forming. A moment of clarity is moving closer with every passing day. Your soulmate may not have all the answers today, but they are moving toward understanding. They are moving toward honesty. They are moving toward a future where what has remained hidden can finally be expressed. And as this chapter continues, remember this powerful truth: the presence of hurdles does not erase genuine care. If anything, the fact that the feeling remains despite the challenges reveals its depth. The story is not over. The connection has not disappeared. The next development is closer than it seems. What is unfolding behind the scenes may surprise you more than you expect, and the signs of that change are already beginning to appear. A quiet shift is happening right now, and very few people can recognize it while it is still unfolding. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The message you heard before was only the beginning, because there is another truth that has remained hidden beneath the surface. Your soulmate cares about you deeply, but the hurdles standing between you are not random. They are connected to a chapter that is reaching its conclusion. What seemed like endless delays are beginning to reveal their purpose, and what you are about to hear may completely change the way you view this connection. There have been moments when your soulmate appeared distant, uncertain, or difficult to understand. From the outside, it may have looked like hesitation. It may have looked like confusion. But beneath that surface was a heart trying to solve problems that felt larger than anyone around them realized. They have been carrying responsibilities, expectations, and unanswered questions. Yet through every challenge, one thing remained surprisingly consistent. Their thoughts continued returning to you. No matter how busy life became, no matter how many distractions appeared, something kept bringing your name back into their mind. Don't skip. This next part matters more than you think. There is a reason this connection has refused to disappear. There is a reason certain memories continue resurfacing. There is a reason certain emotions keep returning even when enough time has passed that they should have faded. Genuine connections leave traces. They create impressions that cannot easily be erased. And your soulmate has discovered that the harder they try to ignore what they feel, the stronger their awareness becomes. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, your soulmate is beginning to recognize patterns they once overlooked. They are noticing how often their thoughts lead back to you. They are noticing how different life feels when they imagine a future that includes your presence. They are noticing that some of their happiest visions contain a place reserved specifically for you. These realizations have not arrived all at once. They have arrived gradually, piece by piece, until they became impossible to dismiss. There is a surprising revelation connected to this story. The hurdles that have slowed everything down are also teaching your soulmate something valuable. Every obstacle has forced them to look beyond temporary distractions. Every delay has helped them identify what truly matters. Every challenge has clarified what deserves their energy and attention. And as this process continues, the connection they feel toward you has become more meaningful than before. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine standing in front of a door that seems locked for a very long time. At first, you assume the door will never open. Weeks pass. Months pass. Nothing changes. Then one day, you discover the lock was already beginning to loosen from the inside. That is what this situation resembles. The outward appearance may still suggest delays, but behind the scenes, movement is already taking place. The obstacles are not as permanent as they once seemed. Your soulmate has reached moments of reflection where they questioned everything around them. During those moments, they discovered something unexpected. The feeling connected to you remained. Circumstances changed. Priorities shifted. Situations evolved. Yet the feeling itself stayed present. That realization has become impossible for them to ignore. It has become one of the strongest clues guiding them toward a new understanding of what this connection truly means. Don't skip. There is another layer to this message. The next chapter may not arrive in the way people usually expect. Big changes often begin quietly. They begin with a realization. They begin with a decision. They begin with someone finally acknowledging what has been true all along. Your soulmate is moving closer to that point. They are moving closer to honesty with themselves. They are moving closer to clarity. And clarity changes everything. For a long time, the hurdles appeared larger than the connection itself. Now that perspective is shifting. The connection is beginning to look stronger than the hurdles. That difference may seem small, but it changes the direction of the entire story. When people stop focusing on what blocks the path and start focusing on what matters most, remarkable transformations become possible. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a once-in-a-lifetime realization forming beneath the surface of this journey. Your soulmate is starting to understand that some people enter our lives for a reason that cannot be measured by timing alone. Some connections remain present because they are meant to teach, strengthen, and transform. And the more they reflect, the more they recognize that your presence has left an impact they cannot simply set aside. The chapter ahead is carrying energy that feels different from the chapter behind. The confusion is becoming smaller. The understanding is becoming larger. The distance between uncertainty and clarity is narrowing. What once seemed impossible is becoming easier to imagine. What once seemed complicated is becoming easier to understand. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story is still unfolding, but one thing has become clear. Your soulmate cares about you far more than circumstances have allowed them to express. The hurdles have delayed progress, but they have not erased the connection. If anything, those challenges have revealed its strength. And as the next phase approaches, the signs of change are becoming impossible to ignore. The revelation that has been building quietly for so long is drawing closer, and what happens next may be the moment that changes everything. The next revelation arrives in a way that few people expect, because sometimes the biggest changes begin long before anyone can see them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a hidden chapter unfolding behind the scenes of this connection, and your soulmate is standing closer to a breakthrough than they realize. For so long, they have been focused on the hurdles, focused on the complications, focused on the reasons things seemed difficult. But now, their attention is beginning to shift towards something much more important. They are starting to focus on what they could lose if they continue allowing obstacles to control the story. That realization is powerful. It changes everything. When someone begins to understand the true value of a connection, their priorities begin to change. Things that once seemed overwhelming start looking manageable. Things that once appeared impossible start looking achievable. Your soulmate is entering that stage now. The questions that once kept them stuck are slowly being replaced by answers. The hesitation that once slowed them down is beginning to lose its influence. And while this process may still be unfolding quietly, it is creating momentum that cannot be ignored forever. Don't skip. The next part may be the most surprising revelation yet. There have been moments when your soulmate thought they had more time. More time to figure things out. More time to make decisions. More time to express what was on their heart. But recently, a new awareness has started to grow within them. They are realizing that meaningful connections should not be taken for granted. They are realizing that some opportunities deserve attention before they become distant memories. And that realization has caused them to view you through an entirely different lens. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a reason the title of this message matters so much. Your soulmate cares about you, but the hurdles have created a temporary fog around the connection. The feeling was always there. The care was always there. The challenge was never about the absence of emotion. The challenge was about navigating circumstances that seemed larger than life. Yet now, the fog is beginning to clear. Little by little, they are seeing things with greater clarity. They are understanding emotions they once struggled to explain. They are recognizing truths they once tried to avoid. One of the biggest surprises is this: your soulmate has learned more about themselves through this connection than they expected. They have discovered strengths they did not know they possessed. They have discovered hopes they had almost forgotten. They have discovered dreams that suddenly feel important again. Every reflection seems to lead them back to the same conclusion. The connection still matters. The feeling still matters. And you still matter. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a turning point approaching. Not a dramatic moment filled with noise, but a meaningful moment filled with understanding. Those are often the moments that change lives the most. They happen when someone finally stops running from the truth. They happen when someone finally accepts what their heart has been trying to tell them. They happen when uncertainty gives way to confidence. Your soulmate is moving closer to that point with every passing day. For a long time, the hurdles seem to have all the power. But now something unexpected is happening. The connection itself is becoming stronger than the obstacles. Every challenge that was supposed to weaken the bond has actually revealed its resilience. Every delay that was supposed to create distance has created deeper reflection. Every unanswered question has encouraged greater understanding. What once looked like a setback is beginning to reveal itself as preparation. Don't skip. This is where the story becomes even more interesting. Your soulmate has started noticing signs that they can no longer ignore. Small reminders. Unexpected thoughts. Meaningful memories. Moments of reflection that arrive without warning. These experiences keep pointing them in the same direction. They keep reminding them of the connection they share with you. The more these reminders appear, the harder it becomes for them to pretend the feeling is ordinary. They are beginning to understand that this connection holds a significance they have rarely experienced before. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine standing at the edge of a sunrise before the first light appears. Everything still looks dark, but the arrival of light is already guaranteed. That is the season this connection is entering. The evidence may still be forming. The answers may still be unfolding. Yet something important is already on its way. The shift has begun. The process has started. The next chapter is moving closer. Stay till the end. There is one final truth for this part. The hurdles have delayed expression, but they have not erased affection. They have slowed movement, but they have not erased meaning. They have created challenges, but they have not erased care. In fact, the care has survived every challenge placed in its path. And that survival is revealing something extraordinary. It is revealing that this connection may be far stronger than either of you originally understood. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The realization building within your soulmate is becoming impossible to ignore. What was once hidden is moving toward the surface. What was once uncertain is moving toward clarity. And what was once delayed is slowly moving toward its moment of revelation. The story is far from over. In many ways, it feels as though the most important chapter has not even begun yet. The story is entering a chapter that feels different from everything that came before it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What you are about to hear is connected to a realization that has been quietly growing within your soulmate for longer than they expected. While the hurdles have occupied their attention for a very long time, something else has been happening in the background. Their understanding of this connection has been evolving. What once felt like a question is becoming an answer. What once felt uncertain is becoming clearer. And what once felt distant is beginning to feel closer than ever. There are moments in life when a person suddenly sees everything from a new perspective. Nothing around them changes instantly, yet everything feels different because their understanding changes. Your soulmate is approaching one of those moments. The challenges have not disappeared overnight, but they no longer seem as powerful as they once did. The obstacles that once looked permanent now appear temporary. The delays that once felt endless now look like chapters that are slowly reaching their conclusion. Don't skip. The next revelation may surprise you. Your soulmate has started comparing the things that matter most in their life. They have been examining their priorities, their goals, and the people who have made a genuine impact on their journey. Through that reflection, one truth keeps returning. You remain important. No matter how many responsibilities demand their attention, no matter how many distractions appear, the connection continues finding its way back into their thoughts. That consistency has become impossible for them to ignore. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a hidden shift taking place within their heart. For a long time, they focused on reasons to wait. Now they are beginning to focus on reasons to move forward. That difference changes everything. When someone stops asking why something cannot happen and starts asking how it can happen, new possibilities begin to appear. New doors begin to open. New paths begin to reveal themselves. This is the stage your soulmate is slowly entering. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another truth hidden within this story. Every hurdle has tested the connection, but every test has revealed strength. The connection did not disappear when things became complicated. It did not vanish when timing seemed imperfect. It did not fade when questions remained unanswered. Instead, it remained present. Quietly. Consistently. Patiently. And now that persistence is beginning to reveal its significance. Your soulmate has reached moments where they found themselves replaying memories connected to you. Not because they were trying to force those memories to return, but because those memories carried meaning. Certain conversations. Certain feelings. Certain moments of understanding. These memories continue reminding them that what they feel is not ordinary. It is not something that can simply be replaced or forgotten. The deeper they reflect, the more obvious that truth becomes. Don't skip. This part matters. Sometimes the greatest revelation is not discovering something new. Sometimes it is finally recognizing what has been true all along. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that the care they feel for you has remained steady despite every obstacle. The hurdles may have delayed action, but they could not erase feeling. They may have created distance, but they could not erase significance. They may have complicated the path, but they could not erase the connection. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine standing before a mountain and believing it is impossible to cross. Then, little by little, a path begins to appear. The mountain remains, but now there is a way forward. That is exactly what is happening here. The hurdles have not vanished completely, but solutions are beginning to emerge. Possibilities are beginning to reveal themselves. What once looked impossible is slowly becoming realistic. Stay till the end. There is a once-in-a-lifetime realization approaching. Your soulmate is starting to recognize that some connections arrive for a purpose greater than convenience. They are understanding that meaningful bonds are not measured by how easy the journey is. They are measured by what remains even when the journey becomes difficult. And what has remained here is care, respect, thought, and genuine emotional significance. The chapter ahead carries a different energy. It carries movement. It carries clarity. It carries understanding. The uncertainty that once dominated the story is beginning to lose its influence. The answers that once felt distant are moving closer. The feelings that once stayed hidden are becoming harder to keep beneath the surface. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate is closer to a breakthrough than they have been in a very long time. The obstacles no longer define the story. The connection is beginning to define the story. The delays no longer hold all the attention. The future is beginning to demand attention instead. And that shift is creating possibilities that did not seem visible before. As this chapter comes to a close, remember this powerful truth. Your soulmate cares about you. The hurdles were real, but they were never the entire story. Behind every delay, understanding was growing. Behind every challenge, clarity was developing. Behind every obstacle, a realization was taking shape. And now that realization is becoming stronger with every passing day. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next chapter is not about what has stood in the way. The next chapter is about what has survived despite every challenge and is now preparing to move forward.